All right, we are alive. We are back with another session. I have my man Caesar with me today.
Sir, yes, sir. What's up?
Doing good, doing good. We're ready to go, ready to go, ready to attack these markets.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We are ready. It's been a kind of a little dull morning. I was expecting a little bit more action, but I'm ready to see what this New York Open does.
Yep, we're gonna
Yeah.
see what happens. Let me switch glasses because this one is better for streaming. Yeah, man, we're gonna see what the open brings. I was trying to short the ES. I'm actually gonna close that position right now. And then we're gonna see if we can pick some spots.
Mhm.
Battling yesterday was interesting.
It's been very interesting. The least yesterday, it's been like that like most weeks. It's been the difficulties that have been
it's been fun. It's been fun. I'm glad I didn't blow up the accounts, even though I lost both times by a couple $100. But it's yesterday was interesting. That dude was ready to go, man. He was in with four minis like from the jump, but that was a pretty good setup.
Yeah, he killed it. Oh man,
He killed it. He
he
killed
wa-
it.
he was definitely on point with it, taking out that previous low. I was like, bro.
Yeah. And I don't know why, man. I just couldn't full port the account. I kept on adding, but I'm like, I just can't. It just doesn't make sense. It's like I've been trading all these years for to not do that, and
Yup.
then I'm having to do it. I don't know. Yesterday I felt some type of way. But it is what it is.
Yes, because
It
I mean, you didn't full port and you still came within like, I mean, you only lost by like
it,
what, $100. So that's
yeah, a couple $100. I think he made 1,900 and I made 1,400. So well, $500 difference, more or less. It is what it is.
that's not bad, especially for like one person is full port and then you're not full port and then you still make about that much.
Yeah.
Good.
And here's the thing, it's the 10 minutes that killed me because it went down after. I should have just left the position open, not close it. Yeah, because actually that's the account I'm trading this morning because it's a legit account. So,
Okay, okay.
anyways,
But aren't we only allowed like 150? Didn't you say like the other day, like we're only allowed 150K account, one 100K account, and the other is
no, one 150, two 100, and then you can mix and match the rest up to 500K. Yes,
oh,
sir. So you could have, so if we do the math, let's actually do the math live right now. If you do so two 100, that's 200 plus 150, 350 minus 500, you have 150 left. So you could technically have 350Ks on top of that,
okay,
right?
okay, okay.
So
I
yeah,
thought
or
I heard you wrong then because I was like, I'm like, you can only have 150.
no, no, no. Nah, it's one 150, two 100s, and then the rest you could mix and match however you want.
Okay, that's
So so yeah, for
nice.
now.
Yeah. For now, say that with a grain of salt.
No, no, no. I'm like, it might get better. You might have more. I'm not saying it the other way. Same thing. Yesterday, I made a joke and I realized everybody completely misunderstood. But whatever. I wasn't. I'm not gonna bring that up again. Anyways, let me say hi to everybody. We got Tonio Gaming in the house. We have Tashi in the house. We have Trade with Sakib in the house. How you doing? How you doing? I think Alejandra should be joining us in a bit. And then we're gonna get going. By the way, guys, let us know in the comments if you want us to look at something in particular. We're gonna do the rounds as usual. We're gonna be looking at gold. We're gonna be looking at oil. We're gonna be looking at the indices, and we'll even take a look at some assets, specifically Nvidia, because the earnings were stellar yesterday, and on top of that, we've had an explosion to the upside. I know Caesar's been on that, watching that closely, so we'll get his take on that in a few. But in the meantime, and also today we're gonna touch on, because I got a DM requesting me to talk about that, and I really think it's a great subject. The question was talking about risk management, how to approach trading those 25K and 50K accounts. What position size should one be using? How much should one be risking, et cetera, et cetera. I think it's a very valuable question. So we're going to touch on that in a few. We'll wait. But in the meantime, let's take a look at these markets.
Mhm.
So I'm going to touch on gold really quickly, and then I'll let you talk on the
Let me do
the.
my NQ and ES.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. So we're pulling back on gold since yesterday. So this is a daily chart. We broke out of this trend, and now we're doing somewhat of a pullback. It was to be expected for multiple reasons. One mainly technical reason being that, hey, we reached that previous pocket there that aligns with where we are pulling back from. So that was an area where we could have expected to find some resistance, right? So now zooming in and looking at this from an hourly perspective, we had this range yesterday, and this was a pretty clean setup. Even if you were trading a higher time frame, we had two opportunities to go short. This was what was that? August 25th when we talked about a few possibilities. But we saw that, hey, there was a high concentration of volume here around those 46 to 4700s, right? We tried to break out of there, but we found resistance at the same areas where we had found previous resistance, and then we pushed lower. Now, this was a great break retest to short, right? Where you could have shorted intraday, but again, you could have gotten that set up once more. And it's interesting how we got right into the center line of that, consolidation that we had. So that was again another, at least on the Asia London session, where you could have gone short again to go and test these levels. And if you measure the consolidation, that is a 2 to 1 risk reward trade, or even more, depending on how much risk you were taking. So, what are we looking for today? Well, maybe a little bit of a bounce towards these prior levels, and then we'll see how much we hold there. But we are definitely forming a bearish structure since I would say 1, 2, 3 days ago. So we've had the high, a lower high, another lower high, right? And then we've been forming lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. So we are forming a clear downtrend, right? So, what are we expecting? We're expecting, well, at least me, I'm expecting this downtrend to continue until it breaks. And timing is going to be the thing that saves you or kills you there. You're going to have to find out, okay, when are we going to break from this trend? And you should keep an open mind because you could break either way. This could be your classic flag pattern on a higher time frame where this is your kind of your pole. From here you're flagging, and then you're going to continue to break out, or maybe we get our classical fake out first before you find buyers, and then you break to the upside. Overall, I'm bullish on gold, but we are pulling back so far. So intraday, honestly, right now I am not specifically looking, but if I was going to trade gold, I would be mostly waiting for a bounce before I went short again. So that is my quick take on gold. What's up? What's up? We have Ice King in the house, Zane Capital in the house. Trade with Sakib has a question.
A question to Caesar and Dave. I am watching the stream from the last few all
Sure.
right, want to cover it? Want me to cover that?
I mean, it's a we're gonna get it's gonna be a long-winded answer, but yeah, you could
First,
start
just share
touching
my
on
screen. Let
that.
me do the analysis first, and then I'll go into that.
Alrighty, alrighty.
Let me know. Share my
Yep.
screen.
Your screen is live right now.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So here we have the Nasdaq. As you can see, I still have my levels from previous weeks. I'm liking this 4 hour because it is forming a bull flag, right? So I'm looking for more movement to the upside, possibly a retest of 29,728. So any major pullbacks that holds over 420, in my view, is going to be a buy. If price was to get under that 420, then I would have to be like, okay, we can't seem to hold this, so momentum is shifting, and then I would look for shorts. But as long as this stays above 420, any major pullbacks, I'm going to scale in, right? 1, 2 micros, and then as it starts moving in my favor, I'll find areas to add, and those areas to add are going to be more visible to me on a 15-minute time frame, where for example, if we were to, let's say, pull down into the 500 area, right, and then I scale in, price starts moving up. Once it would reclaim this level right here, the 573 area, then I would look to add to my position. As it comes up to this double top, I would shave off some of my position. And then if it pulls back, creates a higher low, I would then re-add some of what I've taken off and continue riding this all the way up to that 728 level, which I believe we will hit today. So then we have ES. I'll go over ES as well. Both of them had a gap yesterday that they created during the earnings. Both ES and Nasdaq has come down to fill that gap. I'm loving the fact that it filled the gap and then instantly reversed, right? This is what we would call, or what some of you guys would call, a liquidity sweep, right? We ran up. We couldn't quite make a new high. We've pulled back, but it needs to hold over 77.10 in order to continue up. If you want confirmation, would be like a 15-minute candle closure over 77.14 to continue to the upside. So that's my breakdown on NQ and ES. And then going to the question of proper entries. So your entries are going to be based off of your strategy, right? So a lot of people, they'll have a strategy, but they'll still trade in the noise of the strategy, right? So let's say, for example, based on my strategy, I should be looking for longs off these levels. I should be looking for longs around 437, right? So if I enter somewhere up here, like that is a very long way down to where I actually want to enter. So now I have to juggle with this question of, do I enter here where I could do like a small position if I can risk to add down here, or just wait for price to get as close to this level as possible for me to enter. Another strategy I use is the EMAs. Right now, price has regained the 50 EMA, right? So if price can pull back to it, I could start an entry, have my risk parameter. So normally I'm risking 20 to 30 points max on the NQ, right? And the same thing with the MNQ, because I build a position of 10, 15, 20 micros, which those add up, 20 micros is two minis, right? So I'm very selective in my entries, but again, I already have a risk parameter that I'm implementing regardless of the asset class I'm trading. So that's what you have to also ask yourself, right? Where is your strategy saying? Because again, a lot of people will trade in the noise and you want to avoid that. Either find levels if you're trading off of supply and demand zone or support and resistance. We could say that this area right here is support, right? So we want to see candles closing above the daily close, which it did. Would I love a pullback to here? Absolutely. Will we get it? Who knows, right? I say this a lot. Your guess is as good as mine. We can always have certain perceptions or certain thoughts of what we want to see or happen, but is the market actually going to give it to us? That's to be determined. So strategies will dictate your entries. Your position size will be contingent upon you and the account size that you're trading. So I'll use a 50K for example. If you are trading a 50K account, you should not be doing minis of any asset class. Everything should be micros, and you should do 1 to 3 micros. I would say 1 to 3 micros would be is a great position to where you can actually give yourself time for that trade to develop. If you're doing the equivalence of minis on a 50K, it could work in your favor, but you're going to be very on edge, right? So you want to be nice, calm, cool, and collective. And to do that, you have to take smaller positions. It might require you to trade a longer period of time where you're capturing more points, right? But small position gives you more time to be right. I'm mentioning that yes, I'm doing 10, 20 micros, but that's because my account can sustain that type of position. Right? If you were trading a 100K account, you could probably do maybe 4 to 5 micros of whatever asset class you're trading. If you have a 250K account and you have a 7 or 10,000 dollar buffer, you could do 1 to 2 minis or 1 to 3 minis, right? But again, it comes down to the individual and what your account can sustain. If you have a fresh account, start off small. I've talked about this before where you have to build a buffer, right? You forego that initial instant payout and you wait to build the account up to where you have a nice drawdown that will allow you to take bigger positions.
I like it.
I feel attacked.
What you mean? What
Good
you
morning.
mean? Good morning. What you mean you feel attacked?
You said you better not be using one mini in on a 50K. Yesterday, I over leveraged to make a loss back, which is one of my flaws.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in with 10 micros.
Oof.
I did it though. I did it.
Well, that's the other thing too. Like, so once you make certain decisions like that, like you have to be able to accept whatever outcome, right? Good
Right,
or
for
bad,
sure.
you
No,
have
no
to accept.
crying.
Yeah, no crying. So when I do, when I size up in a on a trade, it's because okay, I can sustain it, or if I take a loss, I'll take the loss and I'm not gonna sit there like, oh, the market's against me or da 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 da. Because like again, no strategy is 100% right. So you take it day by day, case by case. You come in, you see what's being offered, and then you either attack or you don't, and then you determine the size. But if you made the choice like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna size up to 10 micros to regain this loss. That's your choice, and you're right. Like we're all individuals. It's just assuming the responsibility and accepting whatever the outcome is, good or bad.
Yeah, for sure.
I like it. I like it. How you doing, Alejandra?
I'm wondering how you manage the studio trade and chat at the same time.
Welcome to my life.
Oh my god. I'm trying to give Caesar like some fireworks or something, but my music thing is not working, or like the button is not working.
So top, you
Right.
see the top left where there's a little speaker and the star. That's where you can give him the fireworks.
No, I don't see that.
Wait, what?
Just give
She
the
has
fireworks.
access?
She
Oh,
got it, and I requested it for you.
wow, I'm so jelly. What?
Don't be
Oh,
jealous. Don't be jealous. She got it for because I won't be here Monday, so somebody needs to
It's
handle.
okay. Somebody has to be in charge, Caesar. And you said I look the type that I'm controlling, so he chose me.
oh,
Uh,
oh,
but
jelly.
granted, I requested it for everybody at the same time. They were like, "Oh, there's one
Jelly.
seat left, so we'll give it, and then we're gonna have to get the other seat and purchase whatever. We get that sorted out, and then they gave it to her. So
Okay.
okay, I
No
guess there's
jelly.
a lot of feminists in the company. I see the star on the picture you sent me, the little star on the where it says live preview. That's where you click.
Oh. Okay. Is it
Okay,
on the editor side or the live preview
editor
side?
side, editor side. I
Oh.
mean, live preview side. Sorry.
Okay, okay, okay. Guys, watch this.
So there you go. Hearts. So Alejandra has control of the screen today.
So
So
don't mess with me today.
she's gonna be handling everything.
I was on the right path when I said yes. I see. I don't want that smoke with her. Team Alejandro all the way. I don't want no smoke.
There we go. There we go.
Wow.
So yeah, you
Okay,
could
so
switch to your screen, by the way.
how would I put my screen up? Am I even sharing my screen or no?
No, mine is
No.
currently up.
No, I'm
So
saying like
your screen says Alejandra. You click on it on
uh
the left side where it says Pro Scenes, all the way to the left. We're doing this live, guys.
doo, 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 doo.
Did you click
Uh,
on Alejandra?
I'm coming. I'm coming. Patience.
Sorry.
No, it's not
Um,
letting me click on it.
huh?
It's not letting me click on it.
Weird. Well, let me click on it in the meantime.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Let me just. I want to go over the chart really quick because we have 7 minutes.
Yeah, thank you.
It's not showing your screen for some reason.
Yeah, see? So I'm.
It's
You know how,
weird.
like.
Oh, okay. I know why it's not showing. It's because you logged in with the other user. I'm gonna add your screen. Give me 1 second. Let me do this really
Oh,
quickly
okay.
because you're a producer, not a guest.
Hi,
There we
Ty.
go.
Oh, Kawish is here. Kawish, did you sleep okay?
Yeah, wrong. Yes.
Oh man. What's
No.
up, Cowish? Good to see you. Cowish, by the way, despite what everybody thinks, we love you over here. Okay?
Yeah, it's all love.
We love you.
If I'm capping on you, that means it's all love.
Let's give you some hearts. These hearts are for Cowish. All right.
Here,
So I'm gonna let Alejandra
that's for Kawish.
touch on her perspective, and then we'll let the market open, and then I'm gonna touch on that risk management thing
Are you
with
sharing my
my
screen
approach.
or no?
So I think huh?
Are you sharing my screen or no? Oh, you
Yes.
are. Oh wow,
Yeah.
let me just show you what it looks like on the studio side, but I can see it on YouTube, so I think it's working. Okay. So, yesterday was this
Huh.
session right here, which was a little bit choppy for me,
That's
just
weird.
because um, I didn't see a sweep of the lows down here, and I also did not see a sweep of the highs. And usually I don't like to take a position unless it sweeps either side. So I was getting a little frustrated because we were trading this range during Asia session and it did break above that range. So usually if it breaks above that range, it to me it's telling me that it wants to go higher. But right before market open, it tried to come down lower and then, I was really confused. It was like either are we going to hold this 15-minute gap that we have here, which is a green box, or are we going to actually hold this breakout and continue to go higher and aim for this 30-minute bearish fair value gap, which is the blue box? But it just immediately rejected when it came back down to that level. So I'm like, okay, then more bearish. I swear I felt like I was dealing with like an argument with the market. It was like, we agree? No, we don't. We agree? No, we don't. So after it continued to pretty much stay in this range until it broke out again. And then as it pulled back, of course, Asia session, we go, hit a new high. And I think this had to do a lot with the Nvidia earnings, which is pretty cool. Um, so now since we broke up to the upside, honestly, again, as you guys already know me, I don't really take longs, and if I do, I just feel weird taking them. So either I'll invert my chart and see if we can get a continuation to the downside, or, you know, um, but essentially, I see a bull flag here, and since it's holding this 30-minute bearish fair value gap, and we're reaching an area of resistance here from previous history. If we go to like the 1 hour, for example, we've had resistance here in the past. Well, actually, let's do a 4 hour so it's a little bit more clean. So if you guys can see this order block right here, this was the last set of candles that pushed the price lower before it broke to a new high. So obviously to me, this yellow line is utilized as an important area because it was support for this run and then it was resistance for this drop. So essentially, we are in a crucial area right now. Either are we going to pull back to break this, retest, and go higher, or are we going to get rejected, have a change of character and a change in state of delivery, meaning are we gonna, come down lower? So it'll either be to the upside or give us lower highs, invert this, retest, and go lower to sweep those lows down here. And honestly, I mean, I would really love for that to happen, although I really doubt it because I would just be asking for too much. Um, but it would be really cool to see it come down to here because then I'd be okay being bullish and then I could take a position long and take longs from this level here. But it's really hard to take longs here because I feel like we would be reaching a lot of resistance and it would need a lot of momentum and power to actually push through and go higher. So I don't know. Since I'm the boss today, I think I'm just gonna watch what the market does.
There we go. You are the boss.
But yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna take a trade. It'll just be really cool to watch it and play with my emotions. FOMO might kick in, uh, impatience might kick in, chasing may want to happen. But it's to me, I'm more looking on the bearish side, so that's what I have today.
All right, all right, all right.
Less than a minute. Less than a
Less than a
minute.
minute to go.
And then I know the title for today is also how to read price action. I definitely would love to tap into that, just because like I didn't know that growing up.
I like that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, so it'll be cool to teach you guys that as we go,
Very
as the
good.
market plays out.
Very good, very good. We're gonna look at what happens on this open, and then we'll talk about
Yeah,
everything
so
price action and everything risk management.
yeah, for sure. We have 8 seconds until
Yep.
market open, pretty much 5 seconds until this candle closes. So let's see how the next one opens.
All right, we're open. Can you switch to my screen for a second so we could have real time view?
Ay.
Taking a long here at 540. A video.
Do I click on transition?
Yes, you got it. Look
I
at you.
did. Oh, there it is, right? Did I do it?
Yeah, I'm already live.
Oh, okay. For
Yeah,
some
you did it.
reason, it's like
There we
frozen.
go. Long. Looking
All
for
right,
600.
long. Man,
All right, if that candle
Let's go.
closes,
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I would
600.
go long on a pullback after this candle closes.
Let's
But
go.
I don't know if I will.
let's see. And I
Let's
want to
go.
chase.
Yeah,
600.
I'm gonna try one, just one.
I thought you said you weren't going to trade.
In?
I
Como
told
coming in?
you
I
I
thought you
got
weren't going to
FOMO.
trade.
Gosh, be nice.
Let's
I'm,
go.
I'm always nice.
Yeah, we still have room. SPX has room to go to 7,720, so I'm gonna ride it to just like
I'm going to wait.
Added.
maybe even 700, 29,700. I'm gonna be risking below
Right.
29,500.
Still haven't taken any positions.
Holy, what a
I held myself back because I reminded myself that,
fun.
David, you do not trade the open. I
Good
was
job.
about to do it, and then I stepped out. So risk.
Yes,
This is risk
that's my
management
risk.
live, guys.
All
Control your
right, I'm
emotions.
out. I'm out. I can't do this. I can't do this.
Control your emotions. You weren't short.
No.
Oh, okay,
I know. That's why I said I don't like going long. I'm only going to go in with one.
got it. We are pushing lower, man. And to think, I was short the ES earlier, and I got out of it.
Yeah, but do you guys see how what I meant about like
You're
being
not
more
switch your
short?
screen.
Uh, oh God, this is too much.
Welcome to my life.
Let me see if it worked.
There you go. It's easy.
The thing is that I'm not seeing it like
So
on
remove studio mode at the top. This way you'll just be looking at what's live and you don't need to see both screens.
remove studio
So the
mode.
little toggle button at the top that says studio mode, just turn it off.
I don't even see it.
Center of the screen. Do you see transition?
Yeah.
Okay, so keep looking straight up and then there's something that says studio
Oh,
mode. Take-
it's blank. It's
The
none.
screen is blank. Oh, I see a black screen. I don't know why it's showing you a black screen,
Yeah, see, that's what I'm
but
saying.
it's fine. Everything is showing fine.
Watch.
Or maybe just refresh EVMux.
Okay.
It's probably gonna make you drop out, but it's fine. She will be back in a sec, guys. In the meantime, switching back to my screen.
Wicked pull, wicked pull. I'm in longs, targeting 600 plus. With this pullback we just had, seeing Nvidia and Tesla both ramping up to the upside.
Let's see.
See, I've already added twice. I'm looking to add one more time. Probably add here at 468.
You are buying this dip.
Yes, sir, I am. I don't believe with the way Nvidia is running, I don't believe
You don't believe
this
this
is
is
like a
legit?
yeah, this is just a
Let's
pullback.
see. Nvidia. Yeah, Nvidia definitely trying
Add
to
it
hold.
again.
Okay.
490 is my cost average now.
Yeah, see, I can't trade like him. I would never add to a position like that. I would be sweating monkey butt.
Bullets.
Hey, to each his own. I tried to follow Caesar a couple of times and I was like, all right, this is not for me. I'm
Mm-mm.
not about that life.
No,
Nah, I
sir.
would I would have already been getting out of my short if I was short. But that one candle faked me out because it was holding that 30-minute gap that I was showing you guys, and this is why I was telling you that I was more short biased because we're reaching that area of resistance, right? So, oh, am I sharing my screen? Um, so it couldn't even go over the previous highs here. And if it breaks below that 30-minute gap that I have, which is like this blue box, I really think we're going lower, maybe to sweep this low down here. But I mean, I don't doubt that we will be bullish. It's just, you know,
That's
like I said before, usually I
fire.
look for the sweeps. So I
Switch
want to
to
see that sweep right there,
down.
and then we can look to add to
Mm-hmm.
enter in along. But
Yep.
as for now,
Oh, 450. Nice. Pivot.
and this is why it's important, guys, to like map out your whole chart because I have my levels, right? So like if we know that this is the bottom of that 30-minute fair value gap, then we can start to see like my white candle is a green candle, right? The pink candle is a red candle. So the white one is indicating that this one closed, the price closed above the previous candle, which is why it's white. The red one or the pink one is pink because it closed below the price closed below the previous candle. So that's the difference between the colors of the candle. It could be any color as long as you know that the whites are closing above and the pinks are closing below. So in this case, if we start to see higher lows here,
Come on,
we're gonna we're gonna start
come
to
on. Over
see
500. Over 500. Let's go. Don't play with me.
bullish
Peanuts.
momentum, right? Um, Caesar has been doing this for a long time, so and his account can bear it, and his psychology can probably bear it as well. So he could
Yeah.
be adding, I don't know what his risk is, but but if you want to go long, you could map it out and say, okay, I'm gonna go long at the bottom of this level. I'm gonna risk below these lows, and I'm gonna aim for the next order block or even like the next high. So let's see if that will play out. But
All right.
even if like the shorts played out here, I still wouldn't. I wouldn't be looking for shorts there just because we were holding above that gap. So let's see how it plays out. Caesar, do you want to share your screen or no? You
Yep.
want to focus?
I'm sharing.
Okay.
By the way, Abrado, we're gonna touch on that as well. I'm gonna touch on that in a few. I'm just letting the open kind of play out since Caesar is in positions. But how do you wait for entry confirmation? I am waiting for my entries. I'm not trading anything, even though that was a massive, awesome short. But I'm just waiting.
Wait, can you guys teach us how to wait for entry confirmation? That just means you sit on your hands.
I mean, it means you have a setup and you wait for your setup. If you don't see it, you
Yeah.
don't take it. But
Yeah.
sometimes easier said than done.
Sometimes, I mean, so like that's a great question because like that tells me a lot about who you are as a trader. It's like, do you have an edge, right? I'm trying to share Caesar's screen. Is it working?
Yeah, she's live.
Okay.
It's sharing.
So maybe
Cool.
you want to have a tab with YouTube open. This way
I do.
you can
It's on the
see.
other side, but it was lagging a little.
No problem. But you're doing a great job, Commander.
Thank you. I mean, what would the confirmation look like? Sorry. What would the confirmation look like? Well, that's the thing. Like, let's say, okay, let's say, for example, we're looking at
Remember,
this.
he's not looking at your screen.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, it's my screen that's sharing. So confirmation, like what will confirmation look like if you're looking to take a trade is you have multiple things that you look for, right? For example, right now I'm scaling in. As long as price stays, and if you guys heard me earlier, I said as long as price stays over 419, any major pullbacks I'm a buyer of. Why? Nvidia had great earnings yesterday. It's holding up, right? So this, in my view, is just a pullback to entice people to take shorts. And watch, we're gonna flip right back and go over. I started my entries at 540. I added twice, where now my cost average is 490. Right? I was okay with scaling into this position because one, my account can sustain it, but two, I'm not big. I'm only in 4 micros, so I'm not even half a micro. And there we go.
I'm in
Flip over
long.
500. Let's go. I'm now in profits. So now what I could do is like, you know what? I'm gonna scale out and then scale back in. So now I go back in 1 micro, and now as it starts moving into my favor, I can add. Right? Ideally, I do believe that we're going to see the 700 area today, but that now it's going to be contingent upon price reclaiming this 560 level, right here. So if I mark this off, this is where I need to see price close above for it to confirm that it's going to go back up to the upside. And if this red candle can flip and turn green, all the better. But I have my levels. As long as we stay above this, I'm okay with holding my position. If we close below it, then I'm like, okay, I might have to take the loss. So that loss might be 300-400 bucks, which is something that I can recoup later in the day. Why? Because I am not heavy. I am only in 4 micros. And look at that. This candle
Show
started in green.
switch to my screen because that could show it. I'm live in the
Yeah.
position. I'm going to show him exact. I'm taking the same trade as Caesar because I agree with his analysis. So I'm going to show you what confirmation looks like. So I'm in long. I'm in just one contract because I expect a pullback, right? Just like Caesar, I think that the 400 is the let's call it line in the sand. So 400 is here. You can see my stop is way down there, right? Why? Because I'm risking this low. So this is a protective stop. What is confirmation? Well, different strategies have different approaches, but one way you could look at confirmation is you had your prior level, right? You It's starting to get close to the level, so you scale in the trade. Next thing you're looking at is, okay, it's gotten close to the level. Second thing is, like Caesar said, as long as it stays above 400, I'm a buyer. So we're buying. Second thing is you're looking at the pattern. What happened here? We had a push up, which was like, okay, we got buyer stepping in, then profit taking. Then we attempt one, they tried to buy one time. Attempt two, they tried to buy a second time. Attempt three, they tried to buy a second time. Now you're looking at the candles. The wicks below are bigger than the wicks above. So this is another confirmation. The third thing I'm looking at is volume. Look at how the volume decreased and then it started increasing right there, right? So as volume is increasing, by the way, I should be adding to this. Let me add. Oh shit.
Yep.
All right, this is a bad ad because I'm talking and whatever. But let me move this. Okay, so I'm in two contracts. Now that I'm in two contracts, I'm going to manage the risk and start moving my stops higher because I don't want to be risking more than maybe 500 bucks on this. So next thing is what? As volume is coming up, this particular candle right here is higher than this low. So that's where I got in the first time, right? And then what happened? We had rejection, pullback, volume again, and then I'm like, okay, volume is coming in, I can add. Why? Because I think we can continue higher. And as long as we stay above this $400 area, I'm a buyer, I'm a holder, whatever you want to call it. And then my risk is defined. I don't want to lose more than 500 bucks on that trade. So that's what I'm risking on this account. So that's one example of what confirmation could look like in a setup.
Yep.
Very long-winded answer. But you guys can see visually what is happening. What?
Oh,
There you go.
oh,
We're taking
let's
off. We're taking off.
go.
That's a tweet. That's a
Oh,
tweet.
baby.
Let's
Oh,
go,
baby.
baby.
Come on. Talk to me nice.
That's
Oh,
beautiful.
All right,
can I
we're
get
still long.
600? Can I get 600?
We're still long.
Great job,
Now,
guys.
you guys can
What your boys
anticipate
need?
some profit taking to start happening around here. Why? Because these are prior areas of resistance. This is where Alejandra would start thinking, should I go short? Why? We're retesting these highs. Well, no, I said thinking, not going to short. So we're seeing selling here, right? So you guys wait and see. The next thing you need to expect, and what I would prefer to see, is a move higher, a pullback, and then it's another opportunity to add at prior levels of resistance.
Let's
Then
go.
we look left. What do we have left? Here are the levels we're looking for, and then I have my line here for where I actually want to start
Come
taking
on,
profit,
come on,
which
tag
is
me.
the 50s. So we'll see
Tag me,
what
bro.
we get. But yeah, guys, that's how we do it.
That's how we do it, guys. So I chickened out a little bit. Obviously, I got out of my position just because I didn't know how low we were gonna go, and I don't really trade that way.
Oh, can you go?
And I would have. I actually went on to paper just because, like, I'm being real and I'm managing the studio because, yeah, I can't. My brain just can't do it this early. But I did. So I'm just gonna show my screen really quick while you guys manage
Yeah,
your.
you're good. You could get off my screen.
Um, and I want to show you guys like exactly how I use ICT to enter in on my trades. Is it showing?
Yep, you're
Okay.
live. And then I
Um,
see they're asking Caesar, what are the moving averages on the chart? Man, so many questions today.
I know so many questions today. I love it. I also saw a
Like it too. Look
question
at him dancing in the
from.
background. We need some music.
Let's go. Oh,
We need some
where's
music.
that music?
What?
Honestly,
I'm gonna put the one we put during the battles.
yeah, I was just gonna say. And then I just want to say the studio freezes on me, by the way. So we're gonna have to figure out how to fix that at the end.
Okay.
But anyway, so okay, you guys saw that I had the order block, the sell side liquidity, and this 30-minute fair value gap, right? So I didn't want to go short because I knew we were going to be bullish, right? Everybody was bullish. We were all bullish. And I
Man,
said, if it holds the bottom of this, we can enter long there and risk below the sell side liquidity down here. So I saw the candles closing, right? Remember how we talked about closing and opening? I saw the candles closing white, pretty much green, closing higher than the previous one, closing higher than the previous one, and then we have that pullback. When we had that pullback, I entered in one. Once I saw this break and it came back down, I added, and it's about to take me out. Oh, it just took me out.
so remember I said that's where we might see some selling. This is selling. This is aggressive selling, and this is telling me, okay, you might not be right because the selling is too aggressive.
Yeah, Caesar, are you flat? Did you take profits?
I took most of it off. I'm only down to one.
Okay. All right. So, one of the questions that I saw on the chat was, how do I trade liquidity sweep? Honestly, this is why I wouldn't go long, because like I need the candles to come down to this level here where this sweep is. This is the previous lows, which is on the 15-minute time frame. You see that? So I want that sweep before I can take a long position, or I want the sweep of this before I can take a short. So right now, I mean, to me, like, it's a no trade zone, honestly. It would fake me out. That's why I'm kind of like in paper right now, just to practice like my emotions. And actually, people say when you trade paper, you don't have emotions. I do.
Me
because
too.
I take it serious, right? I'm like, okay, I was up 200. Damn it, I didn't take it. I moved my risk into profit. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna get upset because the trade just didn't work out and I'm down $80, right? So I'm happy with that. I'm proud about that. I'm okay with that. Now, if the candles, so obviously like that trade didn't work out already. And what I would like to see is now a sweep. And if it doesn't sweep, then I don't take a position. I just sit on my hands and I just watch price action. And I'm not just gonna go in and take like that short up there just because I see rejection. Like, that's not my setup, that's not my edge, that's not confirmation for me. So I need a sweep and I need to see like real confirmation, and then I'll like keep you guys posted as I see what I see. But I'm still gonna stay on paper because I just don't trust this price action right now. And like Caesar said, I am bullish overall. I just need to see a sweep first. So we'll see what it does at this level. Yeah, it has been pretty choppy too. Oh no, T-Style, my funded account was terminated. I'm sorry. He's saying it was terminated after losing 1.65%. Is that normal? Are you talking about
Is that CFD? If it's CFD, I honestly can't answer you. I mean, the rules are simple. There's a maximum loss limit, and if you reach that, then it's probably why you got how do you call it? That's probably why your account got terminated.
Good morning, Medina. I see you're on here. He's on my Discord.
Nice.
Hey, I'm looking to see where to re-add my position. That was just another fake out, guys. Like, I love these. Like, look at the 15-minute. Look at these wicks, bro. Like, it just comes into and just. And again, the sentiment is still positive. So all of this right here, you see how when it came down, it would have enticed you to possibly flip short, because I'm like, oh my god, this thing came down so fast. Look at just as quick as coming down, it's being bought up. So again, 700s today, man. I'm gonna try to ride these runners and see if I can add probably kind of hoping maybe we can get another pullback to this 500 area.
They're asking you what those moving averages are on your screen.
Oh, so the moving averages that you see are the 50 EMA, 200 EMA, 14 EMA, and 100 EMA, right? And as I mentioned before, based on whatever strategy you're using, like anytime price is above any one of the EMAs, when it comes down to it, it's essentially a buy because that EMA is going to act as support. So essentially, it did go a bit lower, and sometimes anticipate that an area where you might want to enter, right? There's times that price is going to go a little bit more to kind of like, test you or to make you sweat and then just instantly reverse. So for me, it's like these are areas where I would add, which I did on the way down. You heard me talk about when price was like somewhere up here, that the next add for me was at the 468. Well, this was why I added at the 468, right? Because that was the 100 EMA, played out very well. Cost average is still 490. So now I'm just looking to see where can I add to the upside and then determine whether or not to either stop trading for the rest of the day or not. Like I'm up very low this morning. And it's only been like not even 30 minutes.
Yeah, guys,
nice.
it keeps holding that 29,460 level, as you guys can see. So obviously that level is important and that price is important. That's a double bottom. Like Caesar said, it's faking out the shorts, and it just keeps reclaiming that level, which is the bottom of that blue box that I showed you guys.
All right. Let me touch on that risk management thing, because I have,
screen,
if you don't mind, because I was asked a question, and I think it's time now that I have my position on. My stop is where it needs to be, so the rest is in the hands of the market. So somebody asked me in a DM, how do you approach risk management for a 25K or 50K account, et cetera, et cetera. So there's many levels to this. So I'm going to try to go as deep. We could talk all day about this, but I'm going to try to go as deep as I can really quickly. So first thing you need to find out is whether or not you have positive EV, positive expected value. What does that mean? That means, do you have something that allows you over time, over 100 trades, 1,000 trades, whatever, to generate a positive return, right? And how do you find that out? Well, the best way is to take all your trades, your actual trades, export them in a CSV file, upload. It's very easy. Upload them. If you don't use one of those trade tracking softwares, whatever, you want to take that. And these days it's easy with AI. Throw it in ChatGPT, throw it in Claude or whatever you want to do, and then find out what is your win rate, what is your average win, and what is your average loss. And do it for multiple accounts possibly, right? If you've blown up 10, 20, 50 accounts, take all these losses, throw them in there and find out what is your win rate, what is your loss rate, what is your average win, and what is your average loss, right? That's what you need to find out to figure out over a long period of time. And what is your EV? Is it positive or not? If it's not positive, which is fine, it's going to happen, then you definitely need to work on your strategy. If it is positive, then you don't have a strategy problem. You have a risk management problem or possibly a psychology problem. So I'll give you a hypothetical example here. Say your win rate is 40%, and you win 4 times out of 10, right? And you lose 6 times out of 10. Every time you win, you make $200. Every time you lose, you make $100. Your EV is $20 per trade, which means you have positive EV. If it was reversed, then it would be negative. It would be negative 20. You would be losing $20 per trade on average, right? So if it's positive, now for a 50K account, you need to ask yourself, okay, how many trades before I blow up the account? Because on average, you're going to lose 4, you're going to win 4, you're going to lose 6. So on a 50K account, you have $2,000 worth of risk. If you're risking $500 per trade, after 4 trades, you might blow up because you don't know in what order these losses are going to come. So then if you risk 200 per trade, then you get 10 trades before you blow up. If you risk $100 per trade, you get 20 trades before you blow up. So that's what you need to determine first is, do you have a positive EV? If you do have a positive EV, what is it, right? And then what is your win rate? So you can more or less figure out how many trades can you take before you blow up. And you don't control that, right? It might be 3 losses in a row, 5 losses in a row, 10 losses in a row. I don't know. Oh man, I think I got stopped up. All right. So that's the first thing you need to do. Then the next thing you need to do is when you're taking a trade. So for example, I have yesterday's price action here on the ES, right? So when you're going to take a trade, you're going to decide, okay, what is your strategy? What are you going to do? Simple strategy here. We had a consolidation pattern. The simple way you could do this is you enter short here on the break, you risk the prior high, you target the same distance to the low, right? So that's a 1-to-1 trade. Well, how do you calculate the risk on that? As you see it's happening and you see, okay, we're rejecting, I'm going to enter on the break. You measure this distance. You see, okay, it's 11 points. We know 11 points is $5 if you're trading the micro ES, so that you're risking $55 there. Well, then you determine if you're risking $100 per trade, you could take 2 contracts. If you're risking 200, then you can double that size, right? So then that's how that's literally how you control the risk based on data that you've already preset. You know that per trade, this is what I'm going to risk. And it could be a fixed amount where you risk the same amount per trade, or it could be variable. But for beginners, I would say, risk a fixed amount. This way you can get data. Honestly, what you need is data on your trading, and you'll find out what to tweak, what to fix. If you don't get the data, then it's not going to work. I think that's a very long-winded answer again, but that's how you manage the risk. And then you change these numbers based on how much risk, how much of a buffer you have. What is it for your flavor? So if you're, for example, you're an intraday trader, you don't take more than 1 or 2 trades per day, then maybe risking 500 to 200 or maybe 400 makes sense for you. If you're hyper scalper and you're taking dozens of trades per day, then you need to risk less per trade. And that's what you do. All right. That is my answer.
Meta is pushing, Nvidia is hitting some sort of resistance at 223. MU is dropping a lot, and Tesla is just pulling back. So I'm wondering if this is just Chop City to sweep the sell side liquidity to go higher. I don't like the price action, honestly.
All right.
So I'm just gonna stay on the sidelines.
I got stopped out.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there-
I added on the remember my stop.
Back and forth.
You're still holding?
Yeah, I'm still holding. Back
One
and
contract?
forth. Micros. Cost average is 498 now. So I'm just rotating my position. I still like the upsides. I don't believe this is going to do like a massive sell-off. And as you can see, every pull that it's doing, it's holding over the 419. And again, as long as 419 holds, I'm a buyer.
Yep.
I'm not shifting until that's like one of those like, oh shit, it drops to like 400, closes down there, and I'm like, okay, I could take this, 90 or even 100 point.
Yep.
Range. Again, it's a small position. I'm up relatively well, so I can risk 400, 800 bucks.
I like it. I still like it for the long side. Like I said, you remember as this was pushing up right there, I was like, guys, this is exactly where you might want to take some profits. I did not want to take profits there because I wasn't big enough. And then we got the flush. And then as we saw this push up, I added, but I moved my stop risking below these wicks right there. And then I can't remember who was asking about liquidity sweeps. Well, there you go, guys. This is an example of a liquidity sweep. It went, took my stop, stopped me out. And now I'm just waiting for this to be a little bit cleaner to get back in, because I still believe we could get some good moves there. What I was looking for, and I could say hoping for, was once we got this move, I was looking for it to push higher, pull back, and then add. Well, it didn't act like that. We got the pullback earlier, but I was looking for this to push higher. Why? Because my style of trading is not in and out, in and out, in and out. Just because I don't do well like that. I would rather hold a position for half an hour, and try to capture a directional move. So in these sideways markets, sometimes I get chopped up.
Yeah, I'm cool off this price action. I don't like
That's
it.
good. Yeah, not the greatest. No follow through just yet. They're asking you, can we join your Discord, or is it only for girls?
Me?
700 still coming on NQ today.
I was gonna make a joke.
Make the jokes.
Yes, you can join. Do you see my Instagram on the description? If you DM me on Instagram the word freedom, it'll give you a link to join my Discord.
You want the Discord and the TikTok?
I don't go on TikTok that much anymore. Not since I started streaming with you guys. But I will be live on TikTok soon again with Trade the Pool.
You gotta give the haters something to hate, man.
There you go.
I have more lovers than haters though.
Well, that's a good thing.
Because I
Indeed.
make the money. When I make the money, they all love me. And then I have one bad entry because I was chasing. And then they're like, who is this girl? She's LARPing.
Like you start. Nice pop. Let's go, baby. I feel like today's gonna be a very, very wonderful day.
I love that.
Market's trying to copy same price action like yesterday. Yeah, I think we're gonna move sideways until we get directional. So I'm being patient.
I'm
Waiting.
Another ad. Just trying to see maybe another pull to 500 or 510, and I'm gonna add another con just because I like how this is holding up. The video is bull flagging on a 15-minute time frame, so that is just giving me more confidence on the upside. Plus, if you look at a 15 like NQ, this is like a wedge pattern that it's formed. So I don't know if you guys trade or even look at that, but if you took a trend line and you marked it off, this is doing a nice wedge pattern.
I think maybe you switch to Caesar screen.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
like having difficulties.
Man,
That's all.
is gold looking good for a buy? I'm looking at gold actually.
I don't know. I don't like it there.
15-minute time frame. This is the wedge pattern I'm talking about that is forming. Let me zoom out a little bit.
Silver looks good though.
So, also, we could also consider this like a bull flag, right? Here's the stick, here's the flagging part, but the wedge pattern I'm referring to.
I'm not a big fan of this price action, to be honest. I wish.
Yeah, me personally, I'm waiting for a clean break. So we really see the direction. I think I agree with Caesar. I see the wedge.
right?
The only thing is the wedges. So wedges sometimes tend to fake out before they give you the real direction. So I'm just being extra patient. Different from Caesar, I took a stop, so I need to be more mindful of my positions. If I didn't take the stop, then I would probably be more aggressive.
Yep.
So
SPX does not look like it wants to like go higher. Like it pushed. Let me see. Yeah, it pushed a new high to 77.15, and then it just kind of like got rejected there.
it's in the middle. It's trading exactly inside the gap. If you could switch back to my screen. So this is, let me switch to a 15-minute chart. So we had this gap here after the Nvidia earnings, and then we're trading exactly inside of it, right? So the reason why I'm not taking any positions just yet is I want us to get out of this area for me to take a position, right? I'm going to enter on a retest. So I want us to confirm, because we could stay here all day, right? And this is not my cup of tea. Just because I want to hold the directional move, that's how I trade. So I want this to, this is the opening range, right? Like Caesar's saying, we're kind of wedging on the ES as well. We're forming this wedge pattern here. So I want the pattern to show me, okay, I break out, I pull back, I hold above these highs. So as we curl up, that's where I'll get in long. And then if that doesn't happen, we break to the downside, we pull back, and as we're curling down, that's when I'll enter short. So I really have zero bias. I'll just wait. I'll have a tiny bias that we might go higher. But personally, that's what I'm waiting for. And that's why I usually prefer to trade later on. I have more success there because, you know, when these moves are not directional fast and early, then you get sideways action before the directional move.
Why are the guys thinking that my Discord is only girls?
I don't know. I think just joking. Or
And you
not.
do
I don't
not
know.
have to change your gender. Yeah, otherwise I wouldn't be sharing how you guys can get in. Anybody can get in, as long as you're not trolling.
There you go. So let me take a look at gold again.
Oh shoot.
Again, gold moving sideways. We're holding these lows, which were the London lows. So that's why I was saying, well, possibly we could get that continued move to the upside here before we, so basically, I don't know, I could call it a dead cat bounce, whatever you want to call it. I'm overall, let's call it very short term. So let's zoom out, look at this on an hourly chart. Overall, the trend is down, but because we have this trend going on like this, the setup I'm looking for is a move like this to go retest this previous pocket, and then for us to go back down. So all I'm looking for is to catch that little up move there, because on gold, it is a potential, let's measure in points, potential 25 to 45 points, right? multiply that by 10 by how many accounts you have, and that gives you the answer on the potential profit you can make there. So that's what I'm looking for on gold. We'll see if it happens. But again, gold, you have to be patient until you don't. So. Takey saying range traders are having a blast with this price action. They are.
Yes, we are.
I'm not.
I can
I'm
see.
not.
Caesar, you're more of a range trader. I'm noticing.
I could do either or. Like I can honestly, I can do just about all of it. I can hyper scalp, I can trade ranges, I can swing trade. But the thing with swing trades, like I can't look at it just because like the fluctuation. That's the only thing I'll say. Like I can't look at my swing trades because I have to like set the stop, set the TP. I'll set alerts so like if it gets over a certain level, I can then flip back to it and like start like positioning out of it, scaling out. But if I sit there and something that I'm gonna hold for like a day or two, like it just messes my head when I see, oh, I'm up 3-4 grand and then I'm down to break even and I'm minus 2 grand and I'm
that'll mess you up.
6K fluctuation. So it messes with me towards like I can't look at it. Like swing trades, like I set it and then I just can't look at it. I assume the risk. Like if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. If I TP hits, great. And then at times like when alerts go off, if it's like very close to my TP, if I'm like a few points away, I'll just kill the whole trade. But range, I can do reversals, I can spot reversals, I can scale into positions, I can take large positions and do hyper scalps, 10, 15, 20 points, and I can also hold a position for like days on it, which I have. It's just I can't look at it.
Yeah. I think also Caesar is a true scalper, which I'm not. I want to hold positions for at least, I don't know, half an hour.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
If it calls for it, like right now, like we're ranging, right? So until we break out of this range, I'm gonna continue every pullback, takes add, every pop, scale back out, pulls back, scale back in, pop, scale back out until it no longer does it, right? Until either it runs to the upside like I'm expecting it, or it flops and I take a loss and I call it a day. But here it comes, we're breaking above the wedge.
All right, so this is where I might want to start nibbling in. I could try and take this breakout, expecting a pullback. So small risk on the first one. So the idea here is I'm anticipating this to go like this. So I could anticipate it and take it, or I remember somebody was asking, how do you wait for what was the question? How do you wait for entries for confirmation? Well, confirmation is not taking the trade there, waiting for the break, and then entering on the pullback. Which is what I'm going to do. Somebody saying, question for Caesar, you added multiple positions at down and exited at top. Isn't it layering or grinding? Please explain.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know what your
gridding.
Did multiple positions at the down and exit at the top. Isn't it layering or grinding? I mean, if that's the terminology you want to use, fine. But it's literally, for me, it's scaling in and scaling out. It comes down to a buy level. I add to my position. It starts moving in my favor. I'll rotate out of the position, meaning I'm exiting some, and I'm going to continue to do it until, like I said, either it hits and runs to my TP, or it comes down and it stops me out, which then I'm just giving back a small loss, right, in comparison to what I'm up on a day. So yeah, different things are going to have different terminologies depending on how you look at it or what you've been taught. Grinding or layering, that's not something I know what it means, but for me it's just I'm scaling in and I'm scaling out of a position because I've learned not to go in full position especially in a range bound market, right? And mind you, if I was going in 5, 6, 10 minis, I would have been stopped out a long time ago. But because I'm going in and I still haven't even reached a full mini with the rotation that I'm doing. I'm doing an average of 6 to 8 micros. So that allows me to really be able to hold the position to be right. Or again, if I take a loss, I'm only taking a loss on like 5 or 6 micros versus me taking a loss on 2, 3 minis.
Mhm. I like. Somebody was
Yes.
asking which ICT model I trade the most. I didn't even know there were different models. I pretty much just use fair value gaps, order blocks, major areas of demand, major areas of supply, and I usually just wait for a swoop of liquidity on either side. That's why I'm not really liking this price action, because it's like, even though I'm more on the bullish side, it's like I wouldn't even know where my entry would be, because even if I entered at, like, let's say the price of 29,460, which has been like the range that it keeps coming back to keep going higher, it's like, it's not really, I don't know. For me, it's just, there's just no setup, honestly. I can take the risk and go long at 29,460, because that's the bottom of the 30-minute bearish fair value gap. But that still pretty much wouldn't be like an ideal play for me, just because that's not my setup, which is why I don't really like to take longs. And if I were to take long, let's say I'd open on that pullback, which I did, if I risked below the lows, they would have never touched my risk, but I would have been really
I,
emotional. Like, I would have been like, yay, it's going my way. Oh no, I'm down. Yay,
I
it's
don't
going
think
my
they're
way.
they're seeing
Oh
your.
no.
All right, I think we're about to get the breakout here.
Yeah.
So one approach is, if you want to take that opening range breakout, this is the high of the range, you could try and you start nibbling in, anticipating that it might fail.
Yeah.
So
I
let's
think
do
it's
it
gonna
like,
break out and it's gonna go to 29,700. The entry was at 29,460, but that's just, I don't like
yeah,
that
better
entry.
entries were down there. So let's see if the breakout works.
Are you in?
Nope. I put a buy stop above the wicks. And then for those who trade breakouts like I do, you need immediate follow through. That's why I like breakouts, because it's either a breakout or it's a fake out. So what I call immediate follow through, you need, if you're looking at a candle formation, it needs to look somewhat like this, or maybe like this, where you have the initial candle that breaks out, the second candle after that continues, and then maybe the third one starts to be smaller than the previous one. But if you get one candle that immediately wicks, or a candle that shows hesitation, then it's a fake out. And then you see, with the break, you need to see an increase in volume.
On the upper part of the range.
It's a risky place because it's also where, shorts might be entering. So let's see. All right, we're in. Now, is it a real breakout or not? If it is a real breakout, we need this candle to be about this size.
Oh,
and we shouldn't go below this pattern formation. So I'm wrong right here. Oh, sorry. I'm wrong here. So stop can go somewhere around here.
Plays here on this price action.
What?
I said I ain't complaining about this price action. I'm enjoying it.
Good for you, Caesar.
So you see how it's hesitating? Then this is not yet legit. Now you could have waited for the close, etc., but since I'm in tiny size, it's easy. So now I immediately know that, okay, this is not constructive. And this is probably the trend here that we're about to break. So that's kind of the same setup I took yesterday and when I went short. But we'll see.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some water. I have to sneeze.
All righty. So let's see. This is taking for a breakout. This is taking a little too long.
Could see it closer to London close.
Yeah, we might see it later. We might do a look up, like look up and then push lower. But if it does work, then we need a close around here above these highs. And then we need the next candle to follow through.
Let's go.
So let's see what we get. And then targets, you measure the range. What's the 15-minute range? So first 15 is this. All right. So this is the range. So your ultimate target would be all the way up there, but your initial target could be closer to the halfway point of this range, which would align with this line. So I'm going to put this dotted halfway point, and then they're probably going to front run it. So there you go. You see, that's exactly what we were talking about. A look up and a push lower. Yeah, I think this is the good area to probably short because we're not seeing follow through. Of course, I'm not thinking shorting like it's going to be an ultimate fall. Just profit taking from this move up because we've moved it up where let's measure. Yeah, 159 points. And that's right before 600. All righty, I'm gonna let you take the wheel. So click on your image. It's gonna say add to scene. No, it's not automatic. Interesting. So even if you refresh, there you go. You're
Now I am?
there. Yep.
Yeah, see, I did it, but I had no idea because it doesn't show me anything.
Got it.
I don't see it on YouTube. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're sharing my screen?
Yeah,
You are.
you're doing it.
Okay, guys, so let's look at the 1 hour time frame here. Let's just look at this range, right? So this is what you call range trading. Like, look at this, look at the highs and then look at the lows, right? So I don't range trade. I usually, the way that I trade is I short at major resistance, which would be like either at this level over here.
All right, we're getting the breakout.
Oh, we're getting the breakout. Okay. Who are you?
I'm long.
Okay. Yeah, so it keeps holding this level down here, and now I think we're gonna go see a new high and probably a pullback, a retest to continue to go higher.
Oh.
Can you switch to my screen for a sec?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the legit breakout. And I said you need a candle about this size, and that's what we're getting, right? We're getting a candle about this size to confirm the breakout. The next candle needs to be as big or bigger. And then by the third one, maybe it starts, people start taking a little bit of profit, the hyper scalpers, etc. And guess what? What else is confirming it? Look down there. You see the volume? The volume is increasing as we're breaking out. We're not out of the woods yet. We need this to hold. So the next one needs to close above the previous one. All right. So this is why you don't immediately add, because you don't know yet until this continues to hold here. Profits get taken around this area. We pull back, we continue to hold. This is where you add. You don't just add there, because you could still be wrong.
The ad for me would be at 585, 590, right?
Yeah.
Because we have 2 minutes left, or 1 minute and 20 seconds left for this 15-minute candle to close. We wanted to see it close above that trend line, so of the wedge pattern. So if it can close above that, any pullback to like 80, 85 is going to be a good add or a good entry, because we've broken above that prior lower candle high, which was at 604, right? So market structure has shifted to where we're finally breaking out. So let's see how this candle closes. 1 minute to go.
Yep.
And it looks like it's going to close above it. So then after that, I'll pull back to 85 or 84 or 80. I'm going to add to my position, and I'm going to just continue to trail. My next target to where I want to shave some off is going to be at the daily high of 29,660. And then the final TP will be 29,728.
All right. So 29.6, you said 660?
Yeah, 29,660.
So it's crazy, bro. I got the exact same level. That is crazy. So this is exactly the halfway point, halfway size of the range. It's crazy that Caesar and I have the exact same level. You're not. All right, let me add you to the screen, because you went back to the background.
Let's go.
All right. So let's see. Again, that's why I said we're not out of the woods until we hold these highs. And again, I'm wrong right there. So this was a lookup and possibly a fake out. This might be to induce shorts, and then it completely reverses the way we did here. But yeah. Byron was asking, do they always wait for the pullback before entering the market? Well, this is an example of not waiting for the pullback. I entered on the possible breakout. So no, I did not wait for a pullback here, testing the opening range breakout. But it's not showing a huge amount of follow through just yet.
Cost average is 498.
Byron, are you the Byron from Trade the Pool? Just wondering. I was gonna ask Cowish a question. Cowish, you never answered my morning question. I asked if you slept well after losing to me.
Man, rubbing it in, rubbing it in.
I'm gonna double. I'm gonna double up.
No, Cowish said I mostly struggle in trading psychology. You and I both. Probably 90% of traders. When I see price go against my bias, I become egoistic and I don't trade at all. Well, I mean, not trading at all is a good thing, but having your ego come out, I mean, so what the question I would ask is like, what is it about the bias? What is it about the trade not going your way? Like, is it that you're wrong, or is it that, like, what is it? Because we need to like get deep down into like what is it actually, because everybody was pretty much on the same side today, right? Like we all knew that we were going to be bullish, especially with Nvidia's earnings. And so far it's confirming that bias. So let's say you were like, oh no, I'm sure, and it's all of a sudden, long. How do you feel? Like, what does that feel on top of, your ego coming out, like, or being egotistic? Does that make sense?
You always wait for the pullback before making an entry. The market, thanks for advice. Again, that is going to be contingent upon the individual and what they're looking for and what their strategy is, right? A lot of it is going to come from experience and actual participation in the trading, where you're learning about what suits you and what doesn't suit you. A lot of times I'll trade the open because I can react relatively quick, and I'm okay with taking 20, 30, 15 points and then looking to get back in. David likes longer plays, so he wants to wait for really good confirmation in the direction, right? Most people can't trade the open. Pullbacks are always great because you're not buying it at the very top, but then also just look at what price has been doing all morning. It's been popping and then pulling back, popping and then pulling back. So if you saw the pop over 610 and you're like, oh, this is gonna go, you're underwater right now, because it's pulled back literally 40 points all the way down to 50 points, right, all the way to 564. So the reason we wait for pullbacks is to just give us a discounted entry from where price was or went to, right? I love pullbacks because I like to get in at a discounted rate, right? That's how I view pullbacks. If something is running up, I do not want to buy it at the top, just like I don't want to short something at the very bottom unless the risk to reward is there. So like if something's at a bottom and I see that, okay, based on the past, if it breaks this bottom, it just plummets down lower, then what I'll do is I'll scale in. I won't go in full position. I'll scale into it to where if I'm wrong, I'm taking a small loss. If I'm right, okay, I'm building the position. I'm not going to have like the massive amount of profits as if I went in full position right from the beginning. But all of those are going to be subjective to the individual, to how they see things, to what their strategy is, to what their risk parameter is, like what's the threshold that you're willing to, withstand, and then the size of their account, right? The size of your account is going to dictate a lot, but a lot of people don't take the time to really break it down mathematically, what their account could sustain. Everyone thinks, oh, 50K account, yeah, I could trade 1-2 minis. You can if you have the skill set and you have like very narrow stop losses and your patience is on point, absolutely. But if you're none of those things, you have to start off with the micros. And even with the most advanced traders, we never know with 100% certainty what is going to happen. You're hearing me talk about the 660, the 720s. It's not a guarantee that it's going to go there today. It's a high probability based off of the fundamentals of Nvidia having good earnings. Tesla is pushing, right? So a lot of tech companies are very positive on the day. So there's a high probability of that. Will it go 100%? No, I will never say that like 100% that, without certainty that something is going to go to a specific level, because there's always that potential of it just going the opposite way. And you just have to be prepared and willing to accept whatever outcome you have. Sometimes someone might be bearish and you might be bullish on a particular asset class or a setup. You have to take that trade based off of your merits and not what someone else. I've been doing this for 14 years, but guess what? A lot of times I am wrong as well. So that's where the risk parameters comes in. If you're a breakout trader, you took the breakout and you probably got stopped out depending on your stop loss or your position size. Or you could still be holding if you didn't take a large position where you're like, okay, this could pull back a bit. Let me wait, or let me go small.
Let me jump in. That's exactly what we're showing here is, I said, okay, we're going to take the breakout. It's not ideal, but we're going to take the breakout, and I have a clear area of where I'm wrong. And then I'm risking $100. So I'm just not sweating it here, just waiting to see, okay, is this legit or not?
Yeah.
Sorry, your point.
No, yeah, and you heard me say like where the pullback would be to the 85, 80 area.
Yep.
It went about 20 points lower than the 85, right? But if you entered there, like right now, you could still be good in this trade. And a couple of times it did pop back up to the 600, right? But again, you hear us talk about pullbacks. Anytime, any asset class you're trading, if it breaks, very rare, like it breaks out and just continues going without a substantial pullback. And if it doesn't give you the pullback, then that's not your trade, that's not your setup, right? You have to wait, at least for me. Like, I'm not gonna say you have to, but me personally, I like to wait for pullbacks. Anytime something breaks to the upside, I wanna see a pullback. I'll mark that level off. Until it gets that pullback, I'm not entering unless I see momentum and volume coming in to where then I'm like, okay, this thing's just going to keep going. Let me shoot my shot, which you remember a couple of weeks ago when we just had a nice 900 point movement to the upside.
That was
it
great.
gave very, very small pullbacks, and it just every little pullback, pullback. So I spotted that, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do a chase trade. I chased with five micros. I made a little something. Boom. Now the FOMO was not as bad.
Exactly. Well, guys, we're seeing exactly an example right now. I'm about to get stopped out of what happens when a breakout doesn't work, right? And why it's usually ideal to wait for a pullback. So I said, okay, I'm going to take it just to illustrate a point. We're going to lose $100 on this trade, but it's totally fine. I've been wrong since here.
I'm so happy I'm not trading this, honestly. Cal was just trying to give me excuses. He's like, oh, you won because I was tired. BS. Okay, Cowish, you can
Cowish is
meditate
funny.
on that.
Cowish is funny.
So I just want to show my screen really quick, just to show you
Sure.
guys um, what I see here. Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay. So again, I mean, we're pretty much still like holding this 30-minute bearish fair value gap. It's been tapping into the bottom of it. I still haven't seen a sweep. I think we're gonna come down to sweep maybe Asia lows down here and then go higher. Because I'm still overall bullish and I can't take a long position until I see that sweep, unfortunately. We're still holding this 30-minute bearish fair value gap, and we are in between the bottom of that and the top of this order block, right, that I drew over here. So if we go to the 15-minute time frame, we're pretty much just, we keep ranging between that area. And I have no doubt that we are most likely going to continue to go higher to essentially, you know, hit Caesar's profit target. But I mean, to me, this is just really choppy. Like, I don't like this price action at all. And, you know, watching it and sitting on the sidelines makes me feel chill and like calm and happy that I'm not trading this, because you don't have to trade everything. You don't have to trade every setup. You don't have to trade every day. No trade is actually a good trade, because then you're analyzing, okay, today, you know, I didn't see my setup. I didn't see confirmation. So yeah, I took a small loss. Not a big deal. I just didn't want to risk, you know, having this continue to drop and then I'm over here holding, adding. That's just not how I trade. So I rather just cut it and then reanalyze and re-enter. And yes, when I re-entered long again, I got stopped out in profit, but that's what I mean about it being choppy, right? And I could say, okay, like, let me just add and hold, because essentially I would have been in profit. But even then, being up here, I'd be like, okay, it's breaking out, it's holding, I'm gonna keep holding, and then I'm gonna move my risk into profit, and then it's like I barely make anything, right? Because now it's pulling back and it'd probably be hitting my stop loss. So I just don't like it, you know. I drew this 1 minute bullish for value gap, and right now it looks like it's not respecting it. So to me, I'm still happy that I'm sitting on my hands. I'm most likely not going to trade today just because I don't like this price action, and that's typically how I look at things, right? Like, if I don't see that sweep, if I don't see like real confirmation, if I don't like it, if I feel funny about it, I just don't trade it. And if I do, then I'll go onto paper just to test out, like, you know, my entries and the plan and the price action and see how it works. But other than that,
I like the fact that you go to paper. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I
like it because, just like you, I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, they don't feel any emotions, whatever, with paper. For me, paper has always been just like the real deal. I mean, because I treat it as such. So
Yeah.
All right, I got stopped out of my long.
Remember this, the money will come with great trades. If you don't have an edge and you don't take great trades, then you're going to experience losses and lots of therapy. Caesar, do you want to? Oh, Caesar's gone.
Yeah. Byron saying, I notice you all are not big on using indicators on your chart. Is there a reason behind that choice? Thanks in advance.
I have indicators on my chart.
I mean, I do too, just very little.
Yeah, I like to keep it minimal. Just EMAs. Yeah, mainly just EMAs. I do have RSI like on a 1 hour time frame, just to see like when prices like really oversold and overbought. But yeah, I use indicators. You were asking something?
I don't use indicators just because intraday, to me, they're not helpful. Like, I feel like I'm riding a bicycle with a third wheel. Like, it's just like I don't need them. Ever since I learned ICT,
I was
I
just
just,
gonna say it's because she's ICT.
yeah. Well, because I have my levels drawn, so it's like if I have my levels drawn and I can read price action, I don't really need a third wheel.
There we go.
Oh.
I use indicators. I mean, I have volume. I consider that being somewhat of an indicator, is showing you how much volume you have. I usually have a VWAP there that I check. I just don't leave them on because it's just too many drawings on the chart. Once I see it once, I'm good to go. And then I have fun building my custom stuff. So I have this that shows me the opening range, shows me the Asia range, the London range, gives me levels, so I don't have to be marking levels all the time. So I mean, I think we use indicators, each of us, just very little.
Midnight Audio is asking if anybody has set up alerts to take trades. If yes, what's the
Yep.
win rate?
So I do set I do set alerts where, like, once it gets over a specific price, I either get the alert and I'll know it's either a long or a short. So like almost all the instruments I trade, I know the levels that I'm looking for it to either hit to the upside or to the downside. So I'll set alerts, and then once those alerts goes off, I know, like, okay, this is bullish or this is bearish, and then I'll log in either on my phone or on my computer, or I'll switch to that specific asset class and I'll look to take a trade. But I'm not setting like pending orders unless it's a swing. Like right now, the only pending order I have is on SpaceX at $100 and Intel at $80.
Like it.
I rarely set alerts because I don't swing trade, and I'm usually staring at the chart when I'm trading, so I don't really need an alert. So yeah, I don't really set alerts. And if it's a longer term position, then I just set buy limit orders where I want to buy. And long term for me is like year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years more.
Wow, it's respecting that 1 minute gap that I drew.
All right, looks like we're going up and up and up and away.
Back over the trend. Listen to the boys.
So very classic thing. The breakout is a fake out. It pulls back and then it takes off. So good idea to wait for a pullback.
All right, guys, there's 33 of you watching. I would like to see 33 likes. Hit that like button.
I don't. Well, thank you. That's very flattering. But it's more so to the way I trade. I put alerts sometimes, but not very often. I think the other thing with alerts is, when you trade for long enough, you know you're not gonna miss out, really. Like at the beginning, I was like, oh man, I missed this, I missed that. But like every other week, there's like a huge crazy setup, huge crazy move. So even though you miss like 1,000-point day on XYZ days, there's going to be another 1,000-point day. There's going to be another 1,500-point day. And then you were probably saying, hey, I missed out, but you don't know. Maybe you would have traded it wrong. It would have been a bullish day and you were trying to short, or vice versa. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not big on alerts just because of the way I trade. But I think alerts are fine. I have the privilege of being able to stare at charts all day. So if I was maybe I was working a 9 to 5 and I couldn't be able to stare at the charts, then maybe I would set alerts. But in our case, staring at charts is our job. So
Yep. 100%.
all right, Ren, we will see you. Okay, so that's second attempt at a breakout and no follow through. That's why you didn't see me jump in again. So this whole zone is being sold right now until these sellers get exhausted and you finally get the move. Or they don't get exhausted and it pushes to the downside. So we'll see.
I think it's just trying to induce shorts to come in, but it's gonna push.
Yep. I'm more bullish. Even if you zoom out, it looks more bullish and bearish.
Yeah, for sure. We have 8 minutes, guys. What other questions do you guys have?
There you go. He has one right now.
Oh, who? Midnight Audio is like telling Kawish to get better internet.
Usual screeners are much better than LLMs in analyzing the market. Do you agree?
What's LLM?
Large language models, so basically AI.
Oh.
I don't fully understand what you mean by that. I mean, are you saying stock screeners are better at analyzing the market? I wouldn't say analyzing. I would just say, scanning for whatever your setup is. Screeners from TradingView are pretty decent. You could use them totally. I've never tried to use LLMs to screen the market, so maybe that is a new thing that's going to be there. But analyzing the market, I think it's something you should do. There's a lot of nuance that comes, a lot of gut feel, etc., etc. Like, for example, right this morning when I said, okay, I'm going to enter and take the breakout, I think I took it around here. And once we got to this point, I was like, all right, this is not going to work. And then an LLM can't probably see these little nuances. Or maybe you could program it to see it, but I don't know. It's just a lot of experience, and it shows you that, okay, if we don't get immediate follow through, then at least this particular setup is not going to work. Maybe it'll continue up in another way, another fashion, but not the way you had planned. This is why you can't be too precious with a single trade.
SPX is hitting a new high.
Yeah, ES is moving much better than the NQ.
Yeah, SPX actually looks better too.
Yeah, this is actually, this would have been a good example for the guy that was asking this morning, what's his name, Soul, why he should trade the ES and not the NQ. Because if you look at the ES right now, look at this. We're just clean trend, clean up move. But, and probably now we might be reversing. But if you look at the NQ, like, look at this. This is not at all the same price action.
Four minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. 40 minutes to go. I mean, 4 minutes.
40?
40?
Because I want to spend some more time with y'all, Another 40 minutes. Can you blame a guy? That's so great.
I was about to say, you got plans?
Yeah, man. Trying to powwow, do like a potluck with y'all.
There we go. Potluck, bring some food.
I have to go to the DMV because I lost my wallet.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's not fun.
I don't carry cash anyway, so it's okay.
Yeah, but the process of having to get like your cards.
I know, that's the only thing. I'm probably gonna make breakfast and grab a coffee and then I'll go.
Dave, have you gotten your IG yet, bro? Do you see the food she be posting? Man, it looks so good.
Dude, for my own personal safety, I do have IG, but I have not followed, let's just say, anyone.
Okay.
I'll send you a picture of some of my breakfasts.
Dude,
I used to cook like much better. Like I can do like really good cinnamon roll French toast, pancakes. But I don't have the time anymore. Actually, I don't make the time because I could just go buy it.
She's saying, David, you want to cook breakfast.
Oh, look, let me show you, Dave. I made banana pancakes with eggs and bacon. I even cook for Ella. Like, she's so spoiled.
Who's Ella?
Was Ella your dog?
Ella's my dog. My
Well,
dog.
I mean,
Let's see the breakfast.
I know, I'm gonna send it to you.
who's she dog? Not over here getting cooked.
We can't hear you, dude. What'd you say?
Huh?
What'd you say?
Oh, I said, bougie dog over there getting cooked for. Like,
Man, there was a dude there. I heard a dude the other day. He was like, "Man, I don't know if reincarnation is real or not, but if I come back, I want to come back as a woman's dog."
No, for
Dude,
real. I want to
they
be
get
a
treated
toy
so
poodle.
well. For
They get
real.
treated so well.
Yeah, you know what? I second that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If reincarnation is a thing, I want to
Man.
come back as a woman's dog.
Yeah, there you
Yes.
go. You know, small dog like a tiny poodle or whatever.
I might have to be like a little stocky bully or a pit bull.
Oh man.
Oh,
Oh wow, look at that. Okay. I see you throwing down.
Mhm.
man.
The
I
last
haven't
one was,
had breakfast, so that avocado toast is looking pretty good right now.
right?
Is that a bagel?
Yeah.
I love bagels. You're making me hungry right now.
Mm-mm-mm.
Kara's saying, how many languages can you guys speak? I speak 4 languages, and I know everyone here speaks multiple languages as well.
I speak 3.
How many do you speak, Kawish?
Caesar, I know you
Yes.
speak French.
I speak 4 languages. 4 or
4?
5.
Espanol?
Portuguese, claro, español.
English?
Creole, Portuguese, Spanish, English,
What?
Arabic. 5.
Arabic.
And
Oh, I didn't
I'm
know that.
trying to
Arabic.
learn French because most of my siblings, my siblings in Europe, they all speak French. My mother did me dirty. Huh? Legit, the woman. So the woman one day, cause I remember like in high school, I was trying to attempt to remember Rosetta Stone. I was trying to learn French, right? Cause I'm just like, yo, French, the language of love, da, da, da. So I started, and then I recall one day, going to my mom's, and she was talking to someone in French, and I looked at her, and I'm like, because she was talking to a relative on that side of the world, and I'm
Uh-huh.
like, you speak French? She just looked at me on my phone. Yeah, and I'm like, and you ain't teach me? Oh, bro, I was heated. I'm like, yo, I had to talk to her for a couple of days. I'm like, the audacity. I'm like, you have some wrong. And she speaks like I had to learn Portuguese, and even Spanish, like outside. So she speaks Spanish, she speaks Creole, she speaks English, she speaks Portuguese, and she speaks French. And I'm just like, you couldn't have taught me that? Like,
Wow.
you know, the problem I would have been in the world if I could speak French.
Yeah, French is an interesting language.
Yeah. So I'm working on it. So hopefully, like in another year or so, I'll be able to have like full conversations.
How are you
All right.
studying? Or like, what are you using to study?
My siblings, like we're talking and we're talking more. So they're saying stuff to me in French, and I'm making the attempt to like memorize them. It's gonna be a
I
bit.
mean,
like
what the best way.
practice.
You know what the best way to learn a language is, right?
Being engulfed in it.
True, that's one way.
What's the other way?
You,
Is it what I'm thinking?
you just need a French girlfriend, dude, and
I knew it.
Oh,
I was gonna say that. I was like,
that's the best
dude,
way.
Talk about motivation. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
motivation.
When you have, I mean, if you're immersed in the language, sure, but that's some extra motivation there.
Yeah, that's definitely
wow,
You're
Kawish. Kawish speaks multiple Portuguese, Spanish, English, Hindi, Arabic. Oh, because of his queen.
There you go.
Jeez.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Punjabi, Hindi, man, you speak a lot of languages. Look at Mr. Worldwide over there, United Nations. Nice. Well, guys, it is that time again. We're gonna have to wrap it up here. It is 11 o'clock. We're wishing you guys a great rest of your. I said the right method. Great rest of your week, and we will see you next week. I won't be here on Monday, but I will be back Tuesday. So you'll be in good hands with Alejandra and Caesar. Alejandra, I'm gonna let you take the wheel.
It's a party, Caesar. It's just
Party.
me.
I'll be ready. I'll bring my sombrero.
There we go.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
Take
All right,
it
guys,
easy.
thank
Take
you
it
all.
easy.
Take care. Take profits.
Ciao.
Bye.
You got it, Alejandra.
Oh no, how do I do this?
Just go click on intro.
Okay.
This is
Is it intro or outro? Oh no, it's just
intro.
intro.
It's both.
Okay, bye.